Have you ever felt like the days are passing too fast and that great opportunities are slipping through your fingers? That life moves forward, but you remain stuck in the same routine, unable to take action? Now, imagine that a decisive moment is right in front of you, a unique chance to completely change your path. However, instead of acting immediately, you hesitate, overanalyze every possibility, and end up postponing your decision. And when you finally realize it, the opportunity is already gone. Has this ever happened to you? Procrastination is one of the biggest enemies of success. It prevents progress, destroys plans, and makes you postpone the purpose that God has prepared for your life. But here's some great news. The Bible gives us the guidance we need to overcome this problem. And Elisha is the perfect example of this. Welcome to Millennial Wisdom. In today's video, we will explore 5 powerful lessons from the story of Elisha, a man who refused to remain stagnant and, because of that, received one of the greatest rewards in history. Stay with me until the end, because the 4th lesson might completely change the way you face challenges in your life. If you feel like you're falling behind, that time is passing, and you're still stuck in the same place, then this video is for you. Elisha had every reason to give up, but he chose to persist. That decision made him one of the most powerful prophets in the Bible. What did he do differently? What can we learn from his actions to overcome procrastination today? The answer may surprise you. But before we reveal these 5 key lessons, we need to understand Elisha's journey. In the beginning, he was just an ordinary farmer. His daily life was spent plowing the land with his oxen, living a simple life without major aspirations. Until one day, everything changed. The prophet Elijah, one of the greatest figures in the Bible, crossed his path and threw his mantle over him. This act symbolized a divine calling. Elisha had just been chosen by God for something much greater. Now, imagine this scene. Elisha could have hesitated. He could have thought, "I'm not ready yet. I have my farm, my family, my routine. Maybe another time would be better." But he didn't step back. In 1 Kings 19 verse 21, it says, "So Elisha went back, took his pair of oxen, and slaughtered them. He burned the plowing equipment to cook the meat and gave it to the people. Then he set out to follow Elijah and became his servant." In other words, he destroyed any possibility of going back. But his journey wasn't easy. He wasn't born a prophet. Elisha was just an ordinary man until Elijah called him for a greater purpose. From that day on, he followed Elijah faithfully, serving him, learning from him, and preparing for a future he did not yet fully understand. 4 years, Elisha had to persist, overcome challenges, and prove his loyalty. He could have given up many times. He could have gone back to his old life. But he remained steadfast, waiting for the right moment. And that moment finally arrived. In 2 Kings, chapter 2, we see that Elijah knew his journey was coming to an end. God would take him to heaven, and Elisha understood that this was his last chance to receive something extraordinary. He knew that Elijah would no longer be there to guide him. If he wanted to continue his master's ministry, he had to step up. And to do so, he had to be persistent, put in the effort, and not give up along the way. And these are exactly the lessons we will learn from Elisha today. Because just like him, you too will face moments where you need to make decisions that will completely change your future. Are you ready to discover the 5 keys from Elisha to defeat procrastination and achieve everything that God has planned for your life? First key: break free from procrastination. Procrastination is not just a bad habit. It is a mental and spiritual barrier. In 2 Kings 2 verse 2, it says, "And Elijah said to Elisha, 'Stay here, for the Lord has sent me to Bethel.' But Elisha replied, 'I swear by the name of the Lord and by your life that I will not leave you alone.'" This happened 3 times. Elisha could have stopped, but he kept going. If you want transformation, you need to decide to break free from procrastination and move forward. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Just start. How many times have you wanted to start something but postponed it for when you have more time? Make the decision today to change that mindset. Second key, take action, even without all the answers. Many people wait for the perfect moment to act. But the truth is, that moment never comes. In 2 Kings 2 verse 4, it says, "Then Elijah said, 'Elisha, stay here, for the Lord has sent me to Jericho.' But he replied, 'I will not leave you alone.'" How many times have you delayed an important decision because you didn't have all the details? You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to start. Take action, even with uncertainty. Third key, surround yourself with the right people. In 2 Kings 2 verse 7, we read, 50 prophets' disciples followed Elisha and stood watching from a distance. Notice that many were just observing, but only Elisha took action. Who do you surround yourself with? Who influences your decisions? If you want to overcome procrastination, walk with people who push you forward. Fourth key, don't trade your purpose for comfort. In 2 Kings 2 verse 10, Elijah says, "If you see me when I am taken from you, it will be yours." If Elisha had stopped halfway, he wouldn't have received anything. Procrastination steals opportunities. Never choose comfort over your purpose. Fifth key, use what you already have. In 2 Kings 2 verse 14, we read, "Elisha took Elijah's mantle, struck the waters, and they parted." This means Elisha didn't wait for another sign. He simply used what was already in his hands. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Use what you have and start now. The decision is in your hands. You can keep waiting, postponing, and watching opportunities pass by. Or you can take action, step out of procrastination, and start your transformation today. The truth is, time waits for no one. Procrastination is not just an external enemy but an internal saboteur. If you don't decide to act now, tomorrow will be just like today, and your future will only reflect the delays of the past. Comment below, "I decide to act." Share this video with someone who needs this message. Before finishing, I want to share something amazing. Did you know that another biblical character went through something similar? Melchizedek, a mysterious priest, taught principles that can change your life. If you want to dive deeper into your purpose, don't miss this other video on the channel. 5 Teachings from Melchizedek for a Purposeful Life. You'll be amazed. To never miss more transformative content, subscribe to the Millennial Wisdom channel, turn on notifications, and like this video. Remember, great opportunities don't wait. Either you seize them or you lose them forever. See you in the next video.